What does a medical doctor do when he gets an unhealthy diagnosis? Well, after being diagnosed with high cholesterol and a fatty liver, Dr. Garth Davis set out not just to lose weight, but to examine conventional thinking on protein-based diets. The result is a new book, Proteinaholic: How Our Obsession with Meat is Killing Us and What We Can Do About It. He joins us now to discuss. Dr. Davis, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us first about your personal relationship to protein and when you had that aha moment that made you rethink everything.
Well, you know, it's interesting. In medical school, there's just no talk about nutrition. And I never learned anything about nutrition. So a doctor basically has a layperson understanding of nutrition. And I was in the gym all the time. And so I just thought it was all about protein. So I taught my patients protein, protein, protein. I ate tons of protein.
When you say tons of protein, what was a typical diet?
Oh, well, look, you know, it's eggs and bacon for breakfast. Right. It's a hamburger at lunch. If I was feeling like I was gaining weight, I would take away the bun. Right. Because Lord knows it's the bun, not the burger. At least that's what we thought. And you know, I'd see this as my patients doing the same thing. Now, you know, it should have occurred to me that they're coming to see me for obesity and they're eating the same way I'm eating. Then I went to get a life insurance policy check, and I failed to get the highest level. And I was like, why? And they're like, well, your cholesterol's sky high. You've got a fatty liver. You've got hypertension. And I was 35 years old.
So that was your wake-up moment.
That was my wake-up. That was like, I'm doing something wrong.
Backed up and rethought everything that we sort of hold dear when it comes to protein. I mean, so many of us think the Atkins diet is the pinnacle when it comes to losing weight, but you say that's not the case.
Oh, no, it's not the case. There's not, you know, you will lose weight short-term basically because you lose water weight, because there's not a lot of choices of what to eat, and because you feel really bad on it. If you talk to people on the Atkins diet, constipation and nausea. But all the studies show a weight regain that comes back. It's just not a lifestyle change.
Right.
If you don't make a lifestyle change, you're not going to have success long term.
So carbs are not the enemy? That's the other thing we're all meant to believe.
I mean, look around the world. The people that eat the most carbs are the healthiest, thinnest people. The people that eat the most protein are the most overweight and sick populations.
But it can't be pasta. You're not talking about pasta, are you?
I'm not talking about pasta. Look, I want people to be eating good carbs. So we're talking about fruits, vegetables, beans. But there's this, you know, this whole war on carbs. And because all carbs are not created equal, right? Yeah. But this war on carbs has made people even question the benefit of fruit. You can't get any better thing than fruit.
Right.
And a little pasta is not going to hurt you. I mean, I eat pasta all the time, and I've done nothing but lose weight. My cholesterol is normal.
Amazing. So we need to hear from you what we need to be eating, because you look fantastic. You're healthy. You're now a vegan, you say, correct? Yeah. So where should we be getting our protein? You say we shouldn't get it from meat, eggs, dairy. No,
well, first of all, I would even worry about protein.
You wouldn't? Okay.
I've never seen a protein deficient person. There's no diagnosis protein deficiency that we see on a daily basis. Look, I eat oatmeal for breakfast. I eat a salad with some beans for lunch. I'll have an apple and some almonds for a snack. Dinner will be a veggie stir fry, maybe some tofu, maybe some beans. Plenty of protein in that kind of a diet. Enough protein to build muscle, to compete, and to be healthy.
Incredible. So when it comes to protein, do you think that dairy and eggs are as bad for us as red meat protein?
No, I don't think it's as bad, but it's not. We're not talking about the actual protein now. Okay. Now, red meat has saturated fat. It's got chemicals called heterocyclic amines and nitrosyl compounds, all these carcinogens in it, which is why the World Health Organization has labeled meat as a carcinogen. Right. And egg and milk does not have that. Egg, the studies are pretty much okay in moderation. I've skipped it. I just don't want to consume the fat and the cholesterol. And so anything that an egg has, I could get from kale.
What about fish?
Fish is okay. The only problem with fish nowadays is that it's got so much pollution and heavy metal, and then we're overfishing the oceans, and it's just not a very sustainable way. I tell my patients once to twice a week with fish.
Right. Okay. So give us a sample. Give us a sample day's meal. You told us what you like to eat. What should those of us who perhaps are not ready to go full vegan just yet? What would you recommend?
Oh, look, the plate should look mainly like fruits and vegetables. Okay. You should stop fearing carbs. It's very hard for the body to turn carbs to fat. People don't seem to know this. It's very difficult for your body to turn carbs to fat. It wants to store it as glycogen. So don't be afraid of carbs. So people are constantly counting macros. They call it counting macros, counting how many carbs, how many protein. Stop counting. Just eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. Try to get berries every day. Try to eat a whole fruit every day. Try to get some beans every day. Try to get some nuts every day. And by the end of the, and some dark green vegetables, and by the end of the day, you could put in a little bit of meat and a little bit of dairy if you want, but if the majority of what you're eating is fruits and vegetables, you're in good shape.
You're going to be okay. But when it comes to the carbs, though, should we stay away from the white flour?
Yeah, of course.
Stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that stuff, the harm in that stuff is that it causes a very steep rise in your blood sugar and then a steep fall, which will make you hungry again. It doesn't cause inflammation, as a lot of people think. There are some other kind of strange things that can happen with that. Look, it's just not good for you. You want your bite of food to be nutrient dense. Like, I look at food now as, how is it going to nourish my body? And if it's not going to nourish my body, why do I want it?
Right.
And I just kind of use that kind of a philosophy has changed my life.
That sounds great, and it sounds like nothing is completely ruled out. You just have to make sure you're eating the bulk of your foods from plant-based sources,
exactly.
Correct?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the American diet, people get about 10 to 12 grams of fiber a day. You should be getting 40 grams of fiber a day. Healthy, long-lived cultures eat 80 to 85% of their calories from fruits and vegetables.
All right, Dr. Garth Davis, author of Proteinaholic, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.